I mean, obviously the tail of two halves was. I mean, the continuation of the first half was more of like the turnover issues that have kind of plagued you guys for the first 2.5 games. What was different about that second half?
Yeah, well, one, we didn't turn the ball over, and I think we just had better pace, and especially in transition, getting out and running, and just kind of flowing into the offense instead of kind of getting into it. Like the first half, it was kind of stagnant getting into it, and the second half, it kind of just flowed really well out of transition. And we were able to get some open looks out of that, and I think that was probably the biggest difference from the first half to the second half.
Do you feel like that, like confidence wanes throughout the season in the second half like that kind of get you back to your level?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it necessarily wanes. I mean, I would say my confidence and a lot of the guys' confidence never really wanes regardless of what's going on. But for sure, having a second half like that can definitely propel you into, the next game to feeling good and getting off to a hot start for sure.
Phil, your guys' pace numbers have been down a little bit over the past few games. Have you felt that as a player, and how much more enjoyable was it to be able to run in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I necessarily felt it more as a player or not, but definitely the second half was a lot of fun, just running up and down, the ball moving. Wasn't a lot of dribbling and just finding the open guys shooting, kind of playing basketball how it's supposed to be played. So.
What do you think led to those turnover issues, especially knowing that it was an area of emphasis going into the last few games?
Yeah, I think just kind of overcomplicating things, trying to do too much instead of like the second half. I said we really moved the ball well and moved without the ball instead of kind of really just dribbling the ball a lot the first half and kind of just overcomplicating things, trying to do a little too much. I think that's kind of what led to those first half turnovers.
Providence has really had a strong start to conference play. What do you see out of them, and what's going to be the key to Saturday?
Yeah, well, I haven't watched too much of them. Obviously, I know they're a top 25 team, and they're really good. And they always play physical. Obviously got a new coach this year, Coach English. But I played against him when I was at South Dakota State, and know he's really good. So they're going to come in ready to play, and we're going to have to be able to match their energy and physicality throughout the whole game.
See, they had a big injury in their last game last night. Like, have you ever faced a team coming off something like that where something so dramatically changes the way that they're going to be able to play?
Yeah, I don't know if I have, honestly, but obviously, that sucks, and, prayers out to Bryce and speedy recovery for him. And obviously, that can obviously bring a team closer together and have them play harder. So, with that, we're just going to have to be ready to play.
So it seemed like you guys played maybe a little bit more inside out in the second half at Georgetown than you have all season. But was that the plan?
I mean, we try. Believe it or not, we try to do that every game. I mean, obviously, it kind of just worked out that way. Obviously, I think running the floor and kind of getting some mismatches in the post helped with that as well. So
when teams plug up the, area around Kalkbrenner to make it hard for him to get the ball, like what does it do for the playmakers like you, Steven, Trey? Where are your spots?
Yeah, well, it just kind of opens up the floor a little bit more when they have to bring more guys on Kalkbrenner. Obviously, we feel like we have 4 great shooters around him, and being able to space the floor, it makes it easier for us to get open looks. And obviously, I feel like the last couple games, especially for me in particular, I've been able to get a few more open looks than I maybe have been in the previous 2 games, especially from the 3-point line. And that's a big part to Kalkbrenner running the floor and sealing hard and having to draw attention. So,
have you changed something about your shooting process in the offseason? With the way you're able to get shots up.
Yeah, well, I think I really just worked on speeding up my release and being able to, wherever the ball was thrown to me, be able to just catch it and let it go instead of having to, some guys have a dip in their shot and whatnot, and I just really worked on wherever I catch it, being able to just shoot right there and kind of get it off quicker, and I think that's really helped me this year.
What's the difference in your ability to load up in your feet are set and you're waiting for it versus when you have a quick closeout and you have to get it up quickly?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's just like the pace of your shot has to be quicker when someone's closing out to you really fast. In other words, and when they're not closing out fast, you can kind of just it's like when you're shooting in the gym wide open, you can just kind of rhythm into it where when they're coming to your face, you have to kind of speed up that process.
I think you hit a quick one against Marquette, one that didn't count against Nova.
Sorry.
Yeah. How comfortable are you with the kind of the quick release part?
Yeah, I'm pretty comfortable. Like I said, I worked a lot in the off season with that to where it was kind of just second nature now. I'm not really even thinking about it. It's just natural for me. So.
You guys get to come back home now, and it's an early start.
Yeah.
So anything that's different in terms of that energy that you think could help you?
No, not necessarily. I love the early starts. I wish we could play at noon or 1 o'clock every single game. I hate waiting around all day to play. So I'm looking forward to it, and it's obviously going to be a great game. So.